Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. Tonight, we're set for what should be a great matchup. It's the AFC champion Miami Dolphins, the champions of the NFC, the New Orleans Saints. Around the globe, wherever you are, welcome to America's Great Sports Day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, Super Bowl Sunday. Great to share with you one more time, Greg. What a 2025 season, all the twists, all the turns, and it all culminates tonight here in Santa Clara.
And I think this is a matchup, Mike, that I don't know how many people had on their card just even a couple weeks ago, but you look at the rosters, both sides of the ball, very well balanced, very well coached. So I think the biggest thing each team told us all week was, let's just handle the emotions of the pregame. Let's handle all of the lead-up. Because once that ball's kicked off, let's just rely on what's gotten us here, and I think we're in for a treat.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. And off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
To say what he's done this year, Mike, is unheard. Of would be an understatement. I mean, there are quarterbacks who go their entire careers without even making it to the Super Bowl, yet here he is on the verge of potentially winning one in his very first season. He's got a lot of work to do between now and the end of this game to make that happen, but if he's able to lead his team to a victory here today, it would be a perfect storybook ending to an improbable and legendary rookie campaign. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He finds his receiver, Olszewski. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, New Orleans.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
These are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's third down. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Miami offense set to go, led by 27-year-old Tua Tagovailoa. Greg, hard to believe, 6th season as the Dolphins quarterback.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
He did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We know from talking to these coaches this week, Mike, that they think they got themselves a steal. They got this young rookie maybe a little later in the draft than a lot of people expected. But I'll tell you what, they're not complaining. They think they've got themselves a starter and a star for a long time.
Back to throw is Tua. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. That's complete. He's got it to London. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Miami.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Hill brought in motion. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Dolphins first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well.
At the Saints' 46-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Hill brought in motion. The first run for Alexander Madison. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they get him down. It's no gain.
The truth is, Mike, they just aren't getting the push they need up front. This defense has been a motivated group these last couple plays, and now for the second straight time, they failed to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Third and long. From the gun, here's Tua. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll run the toss to Barkley. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go jet sweep and do it with Hill. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Here's a 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now it's Tua. Out wide, it's McLaurin. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
So on 4th down, the Dolphins turn to Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will take a 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Here comes Hill on the return. And they'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Saints offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up there to OBJ. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 31, here comes a 2nd and a yard. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Pushed out to his left.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
To the ground, a first down run. Finding room across midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Saints first down.
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed. Great run.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Here's their punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is as good as you could possibly get. It's out of bounds, and it's marked right at the 1-yard line. Well done. Start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll move it out of harm's way. A gain of 3 up to the 4-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. The pressure's too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line, and the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
So after giving up the lead with that safety, we're also going to give up the football. It's a free kick from the 20. On the return, it's Hill. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. The Saints offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And the Dolphins come up with the turnover.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Dolphins offense ready to get back to work. Last time they had it, they went backwards for the safety. Fortunately, they get the ball back on the turnover, and now they start again on offense, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Able to slip one tackle, but not another. Will be fortunate to get this one back to the line of scrimmage.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
2 and now on 3rd down. That one incomplete. Coverage standing there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right past the 35-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he won't get away. Good tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
He's going to take a shot down the field. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. A big play here in the big game. A gain of 66 yards. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. So, 1 quarter down here on Super Bowl Sunday. 6-2 is, in fact, our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal, as we are ready to get back underway. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3.
3-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Third and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks. Oh, he's going to be fouled up and taken down. They got him.
What a first half for this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
Here's Blake Groupie for the Saints. A field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints cut the deficit down to 1.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Groupie back out to kick it away. A short one taken at the 10. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Now Tua His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Hill brought in motion. To throw on second down, it's Tua. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Tua to Tyree for the Dolphins first.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 7. The motion man here is McClure. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. This one caught by Waller. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
He'll take this down inside the 30. Mario Davis there on the play.
It's second and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Here's Tungo Vailoa. Flush to his right. He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Now a 3rd and 2. The motion man here is McClure. He'll get this out to the left flat. He'll get out of bounds. A gain of 8. That's going to be good enough for a first down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Now a first down throw for Tua. The pressure too much, and he goes down.
It feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Tua. Now the screen set up for Barkley.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It's pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd and long. Tua going to throw. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Inside handoff. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Now, this looks like a design run.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
1st and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Back to throw. He'll step up and run this. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Odell Beckham Jr. there, and it'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on
it. In motion is Hill. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and I think that's a really smart decision. You certainly don't want to take a sack in any goal-to-go situation, or even worse, throw a pick. So understanding he still has 2 more shots at the end zone, I really like that decision.
2 incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Saints. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Blake Grupe comes on for the extra point. It's up and through. The Saints go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense ready for this next possession. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The bootleg, here's Tua. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
So the athleticism of this tight end is pretty well documented, Mike. I mean, he can pick up yards after the catch. It's just such a rare trait for tight ends. So it's the size, it's the speed, it's the matchup problem. And we got a glimpse of all of it right here.
It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Sauce Gardner makes the tackle.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Hill brought in motion. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
So on 4th down, Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And Gunnar Olszewski goes back deep to bring this one back. take it in, back at his own 12. The Saints offense. And their running back set to go once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught. Robbie Chosen on the ground. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
He'll drop to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Putting the tight end in motion. He'll look to throw. He finds his receiver, Olszewski. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the 1st down.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On the ground for the 1st time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he's in! Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans.
There's so many elements of this play, Mike, that are just so impressive. Not only the ability to break tackles and make guys miss, but then the speed to say, okay, I can make guys miss, but I can also take it to the house. I mean, there's just not a lot of backs in the league that have that combination skill set. They're fortunate for them. They've got one here, and he makes a big play here for a touchdown.
On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Saints add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. on the ground. It's Barkley to start the drive. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
A pistol set with Tagovailoa. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Talk things over before third down. A shotgun snap for Tua. Exiting the pocket right. Saints going to use their second timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth downs looming.
It's fourth down.
Here's Jake Bailey now as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, New Orleans.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions, and I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This a 31-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. side. Coming close. And not much time left as this one is kicked away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. Dolphins offense going to take over just before the half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Back to throw is Tua. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. London brought in motion. From the gun, here's Tua. This one caught by Waller. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
They still have that timeout in their back pocket, so they can still throw the ball anywhere on the field. They've got to generate a chunk play, call timeout, and either try a long field goal or just chuck it deep into the end zone.
Tua now on 3rd down. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this 2nd quarter. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Tua. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this 1st half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this 2nd half. Two quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the 1st half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the 2nd to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. A Pro Bowler 4 years running, that is Max Crosby. Getting in for the sack. And Now it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Tua. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. They get 25 on that connection. First down, Miami.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Danny Stutzman there for the stop.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Saints' 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Tua. To the outside, into the hands of McLaurin. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. The quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. They will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
You know, anytime you're talking about an interior defensive lineman, it's always easy to talk about his size and his strength. But what stands out to me, Mike, is his ability to move his feet, turn those hips, get penetration in the backfield, and take the running back down for a loss.
Play action. Tagovailoa. That's caught right side. It's London. And he'll get about 12 yards here as he's out of bounds. That'll make things a little easier on 3rd down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. He's got his man. It's Hill. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
Push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. And they'll get about 4 out of this one. Run after the catch. Hard to come by down here. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's 2. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. He's got it. And the Dolphins are back within 6.
The score is Saints 22, Dolphins 16.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Olszewski now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Saints offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
He takes off, and he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
From the 25, here's 2nd and a couple. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
A run here with Kamara. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He was brought down by Peter Copeland. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Escaping to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown 6. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2. He's going to try to do it himself. And he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more.
Saints 30, Dolphins 16.
It doesn't happen often in the NFL, Mike, but there is nothing better when the entire stadium, the opposing team, everybody knows what play is coming, and they still can't stop it. Man, what a feeling for an offense, and it's exactly the case here.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. In motion is Hill. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. And will be forced out of bounds. A very short game.
At the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Tua. That one too far out in front to be brought in. And it's incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
We'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry, with Justin Reed up from the safety spot to make the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. Tua gonna throw. On the move left. He's gonna keep it himself. And he's gonna give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
That's another Dolphins first down.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
Here's Barkley. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
A shotgun snap for Tua. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Great London. Touchdown, Dolphins.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed it. I mean, this game, it looked like it was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
Sanders here for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He finds his receiver, Olszewski. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. That'll give up the middle. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
The yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Saints first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
That's 11 yards again. 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job there by the defensive lineman. You can see, Mike, why he is one of the best interior players in the entire league, using his strength and his speed to get through into the backfield, take the running back down for a loss.
2nd and 11. Now this time they'll look to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. First down, New Orleans. It's a give now to Kamara. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
That's caught. Robbie Chosen on the ground.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
3rd and 7. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll try to run for it. And he's got another one. Touchdown, New Orleans. And make that 3 rushing touchdowns. You think quarterback gets a 3-touchdown day, it's pretty good. 3 on the ground, that, Greg, is excellent.
It's just so hard, Mike, for a defense to account for a quarterback that can do this amount of damage with his legs. And there's a fine line, but I'll tell you what, when they unleash him as a runner, he's about as good as it gets.
Groupie now, on for the extra point. He knocks it through. The Saints will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Dolphins 23.
the touchdown. It's Groupie to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. A play fake. Now 2 at a throw. He'll get that out to Barkley. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
At the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good.
That pickup, good for 29 yards.
1st and 10.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
It's a pickup of 3.
1 quarter remains here in Super Bowl 59. EA Sports back for the 4th from SoFi after this. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down. Off play action, it's Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
2nd and 10. In motion is Hill. Here's Tua now on 2nd down. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2.
A gain of 2. Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Dolphins are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Olszewski now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Saints offense ready to take over possession of the football. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they will finally run him down. A big play here in the big game. 38 yards.
Well, I'm not sure there's been one position on offense that has evolved more over the years, Mike, than the tight end position. They're no longer just the extra blockers. They're no longer just the underneath, hey, pick up a first down. These are some of the most dynamic playmakers in the league, and that's a great example of why.
And that one's going to be closed down to the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Second down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it. The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up 4th down.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This a 48-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Saints add on to their lead. He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Groupie back out to kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
The throw there on 2nd down going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tua. Now, deep ball for London. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, They're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. On the give, this is Kamara. And he dances away from one defender on his way. Gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 3. In motion comes Beckham. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll look underneath here and find Kamara. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. Nice throw by the rookie from Clemson. It gets his guys a first down.
That's good for a Saints. First down. 1st and 10.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's got it inside the 5. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We'll see if they can put this one out of reach.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Now, here's 2nd and goal. Now, this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he will score again. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Groupie now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Saints will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Dolphins 26.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Hill brought in motion. On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's caught right side. It's lunging. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. Here's 2. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping him short on 3rd down. Brings up 4th, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Again, up the middle with Kamara. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
They're going to go right back to Kamara. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a first down.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true?
That is caught by the tight end. Taysom Hill. Touchdown, New Orleans. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
On comes Blake Groupie for the PAT. He's got it. The Saints tack on one more to their lead.
That's the score. Saints 54, Dolphins 26.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. Two and out on first down. That run taken in by London. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Tua to throw again. There's that man again. Another catch. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing again, it's Tua. That's complete. He's got it to London. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Madison. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Daddy Stutzman on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. They'll stick with Madison. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have the 1st down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
That's another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and goal.
So, 2 minutes remain on Super Bowl Sunday. We're back to write a finish to the season. After this, ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Here's a designed run. And he will do it himself. He's in. Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown Miami.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. He gets it to go. The Dolphins are able to edge a bit closer.
54. Dolphins 33.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an outside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The Saints offense ready to take over once again. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And he's into the end zone. Alvin Kamara, touchdown Saints. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way in the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Groupie now, on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Saints are going to extend their lead.
61. Dolphins 33.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting set to get back to work. drive starts with a run by Madison. Had to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
3rd and 2. Here we go. To throw is Tua. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
It came up a little bit short there on 3rd down. I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. The motion man here is McLaurin. They'll go. It's Madison. And he's going to have a Dolphins first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down.
And everyone in the stadium knew where the ball was going, and it didn't matter. And we see so often these 3rd and 4th and short situations. There's such good opportunities to generate chunk plays, Mike, because you think how many bodies are up at or near the line of scrimmage, and it's exactly the case here. Keeps the drive alive. Nice job.
A quick throw here, going to be taken by London. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
One last throw here for Tua. He'll look London's way again. Just complete again. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. And that's going to do it for the 2nd time in franchise history. The New Orleans Saints are Super Bowl champions. So this performance, the cherry on top, the tour de force for this entire day. Many felt this was the best team all year. And Greg, in the biggest spot, they proved it in a big way.
I think all week preparing for the Super Bowl, I think they felt really good about their chances, Mike. They've been one of the best teams all season long. But to put all 3 phases together on the biggest stage and play at this level, I think when it's all said and done, we're going to look back, Mike, and this is going to be one of the most dominating performances in Super Bowl history.
So that'll do it for another sensational season of the NFL on EA Sports. For our entire team and with my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, good night from Santa Clara, California.